lesson is about isometric reading or isometric interpretation. This is the north, south, east, west, up and down. That's the orientation of the isometric drawing. Now, how to interpret or when you what to do when you are imagining yourself standing and this is your top view. Imagining that your front is the north, your back is the south, your right hand or right side is the east, left hand or left side is the west, and of course going up, going down. Right, let's start now. Okay, first drawing. You went to the, so that's your north. Then going to the south. So from your front, going to your back. And it says there it went up, so bend it up, so it goes that way. Then the second one, from the north, from your front going to your, pointing to your back. Then next is bend it to the east, which is your right side, so it goes that way. Right now, next one. Now from your front or from the north going to the south, and the original orientation is goes up, but the shadow said it went down vertically, whatever angle is that. So the orientation of the drawing is that way. Okay, again. So it says there, go to the up, but it deflected or lean on the east. So it goes, the orientation goes that way. There. Right? So it goes that way. It leans on the east. Okay? So next, from the north towards your back, south, front, back, north, south. So then, originally, the drawing says it is going up, but the shadows says it leans to the west or your left. So from that orientation it went there. So that's the proper orientation. The shadow goes there. There. Right? The next. From the north or your front going to the south. going to your back. From the north to the south. Then it went to your west, or to your left hand, or left side, should I say. So it goes that way. Then next is from the north to the south, or from your front pointing to your back. Then it went down. So it reads that way. Okay. The next is from the north going to the south again. Yeah. And it says it goes to the it goes down, but the shadows goes that way. Okay, originally it is going down and deflected to the east. So it went down to the east. Okay, it went down to the east. Right. Now, from the north pointing to the south, or from your front pointing to your back, then it went down and deflect to the west. So from the north going to the south, and it went down to the west. Okay, it went down to the west. Next, from the north to the south, from your front pointing towards your back. Then, originally, it went to the east. But the shadow says it deflected southeast. Okay, so that's the south, that's your east. It deflected in the middle. So that is deflected to the southeast. Okay, so if you look at the deflection is horizontal, right? Comparing to this, the deflection is vertical. So that one it goes down to the it goes down to the west. It goes down to the east. But this one, it deflected horizontally to the southeast, right? And the other one, from the north to the south, or from your back, from your front towards your back, deflected to the west. But the shadow says it deflects horizontally to the southwest. So it goes that way. Again, originally it is from the south, from the north to the south and bent to the west. But the shadow says it is deflected towards southwest. So it reads this way. Right? Now next. Okay. So from the east to the west. So your wire is positioned this way. So from the east to the west and bend to the north, which is to the front. Right? So it reads this way. Okay? So next, from the east to the west, from the east to the west, and it went down. So it reads that way. It reads that way. Okay? So east, west, down. East, west, down. Right. Again, east to the west, east to the west, then regionally the drawing says it goes down, but the shadow says it tilts to the south. So from the east to the west, then down, if that's 45 degrees, for example, that's 45 degrees, it went down 45 degrees to the what? South. Right? Next. From the east to the west, then went down, and the shadow says it tilts to the north. So it goes that way. That's the original orientation, but the shadow says it tilts to the north, so it goes that way. So if that's 45 degrees tilt, then, or angle, then from the east to the west, then down 45 degrees to the north. Right? Next. From the east to the west, from the east to the west, then went to the south. East, west, bend to south. So it goes that way. Right? The other one, the top drawing, from the east to the west, then bend up. Right? So it reads that way. Right? Next. from the east to the west, went up, and lean to the north. Yeah. So from the east to the west, bend up, then lean to the north. So for if the angle is 45 degrees, it says from the east to the west, up and lean 45 degrees. So lean up 45 degrees, if that is 45 degrees, or whatever angle is that, it will lean up. It's different from down. It's different from going down. That's going up. Right? So the other one, from the east to the west, up, lean to the south. So lean up. So from the east, west, and lean offset on any angle, whatever angle is that, going up. Right? Next, from the east to the west, from the right to the left, then bend in front. That's the original orientation. Then the shadow says, yeah, it is it deflects horizontally to the northwest. This is the west, that is the north. So it deflects horizontally to the northwest. Okay? So next drawing is from the east to the west, from the east to the west, from the right to the left, then bend to the south, then bend to the south or towards your back, and it says it deflects to the southwest. So it deflects horizontally to the southwest. So that's the proper orientation. Right? Next. Now from the west to the east, it goes this way. East to the from the west to the east, or from your left towards your right, then it went down. Okay, from the east to the from the west to the east, from the west to the east, it went down. Right. From the west to the east, then bend to the north. Okay? From the west to the east, it bent north. Okay. From the west to the east, it bent north. From the left to the right, from the left to the right, it bent towards your front. Goes that way. Okay? From the west to the east and to the north. From the left to the right and towards your front. Okay. Then from the west to the east, okay, from the west to the east, from the west to the east, okay, so originally that is from your left to the right, it went down, but it says it tilt to the what? South. Okay. So it goes that way. That is down. The offset is down. Okay. Now, the other one, next one. From the west to the east, then it went down and tilt forward to the north. Yeah, that's north. See that? That's north. That's north. There. Okay, so it goes tilt to the north. Right? So from the east, from the west to the east, it went down offset to the north. Right? Now from the west to the east, from your left, so from the west to the east, west, east, then bend to south. Okay, from the west to the east and bend to south. Right? Another one, from the west to the east and it bend up. Right? Bend up. Right? From the west to the east, it bent up. So from the west to the east, it's bent up. From the west to the east, or from the left to the right, it went up. Right? So it goes that way. All right, next. From the west to the east, it went up and tilt to the north. Okay? From the west to the east, it went up, but the shadow says it deflect to the north. So from the east to the west, from the west to the east, from the west to the east, it went up. It inclined to the north. Right? So it goes that way. Right? It goes that way. Okay? So in the other, in other, it goes that way. There. So the position is that. Okay? Next. From the west to the east, from the left to the right, it went up and tilt there. Up and says it tilts going to the towards the south. So it goes that way. It says from the west to the east, it went up, but the shadow says it went down or tilt, it went up. Tilt down, and the line goes up. or inclined. Goes inclined. Yeah, if that's 45 degrees, so it is from the west to the east, and it went 45 degrees towards up to the north. Up to the south, towards your back. Okay. From the west to the east, from the west to the east, west to the east. Yeah. So from the west to the east, or from the left to the right, it bent there. That's the original orientation, but the shadow says it deflected horizontally to the southeast. So it goes that way. Right? Next one. From the west to the east, okay, from the west to the east, from the west to the east, okay, and it went north, deflected to the north, it deflected to the northeast. Yeah, right. So from the west to the east, it deflects to the north. Then the shadow says horizontally, it deflects to the northeast. Okay. Next. From the south to the north, from the south to the north, it goes up. From the south to the north, it goes up. Okay. So from the south to the north, it bent up. There. Okay. So from your back towards the front, and it went up. From your back towards your front, and it goes up. Right. From the south to the north, it went, okay, from south to the north, okay, from the south to the north, it went to the west. South to the north and west. From the back towards your front, from the south to the north, then it bent towards the west. Goes that way. From your back towards your front, and goes to your left side. Right? Now, from the south to the north, from the south to the north, yeah, then it went up and down to the west. Okay? So it goes that way. From the south to the north, from the south to the north, then it bent up, then lean that way. Okay? So that's the original one, but the shadow says it leans to the west. Okay, it leans to the west or to your left side. So it goes up. That goes up, right? Then again here, first drawing from the left, from the back to the front, towards the front, or from the south to the north. Then it went up and leaned to the east. So that's the orientation. It goes, the next line goes up. So it is inclined up. Right? From the south to the north, from your back towards your front, from the south to the north, or south to the north, going down. From the south, going to the north and going down. Okay? So from your back towards your front, from the south to the north, then it bent down. It goes that way. Right? Now, next one, from the south to the north and to the east. South to the north, going to the east. South to the north, from your back towards your front, and bend to your right or the east. Okay? Next. From the south to the north. Yeah? So from the south to the north. Okay, from the south to the north, it went down, but it tilt forward to the, it tilt to the west. So it goes this way. South, north, from your back towards your front, goes down, then tilt to the west. Okay, so the orientation of the ISO is that way. Right? Next, for this one, from the south to the north, from your back towards your front, and it went down and tilt to the east. It goes down that way. So it went down to the east. Down to the east. Right? So it down to the east. Next, from the south to the north, and it bent to the east and deflected to the northeast. Okay? So from the south or back, from your back towards your front, from the south to the north, it bent to the east, and the shadow says it deflects horizontally towards the north. So the orientation is from the south to the north, and it bent to the northeast. Okay? The next, from the south to the north, it bent to the west and deflected to the northwest. Right? So it goes this way. From the south to the north, then it deflected, it bent to the west, but the shadow says it deflected to the northwest, so deflected to the northwest. So the orientation goes that way. Alright, so that's the end of our lesson. Thank you for watching.